You know when you feel tired all the time? When you wake up with no energy? When you don't even have the strength to do the things you love? I know exactly how that feels. I spent years of my life fighting against this constant tiredness until I finally discovered what was causing my problem. It was like I had taken a heavy helmet off my head and finally come alive. And today I'm going to share with you the main reasons for your tiredness, and most importantly, how to solve it. Let's start by talking about stress, which is the biggest drain on our energy. When we're stressed, our body releases a hormone called cortisol. Think of cortisol as an emergency alarm that goes off inside your body. When that alarm goes off, your body thinks it needs quick energy, so it starts using sugar as fuel. It's like your body is saying, "We're in danger! We need quick energy!" And it starts turning everything into sugar, even your fat and muscle reserves. The result? Your blood sugar goes up and down like a roller coaster, and you end the day completely exhausted. The more stress you have, the more your body uses this emergency system, and the more tired you get. In our brain, there is a small region called the amygdala. It's like a danger detector that keeps warning us about possible threats. When this detector is too sensitive, it detects danger in everything, from a little shyness to great fear. This affects our ability to relax and sleep well. And speaking of sleep, it is the foundation of our health. Quality sleep changes everything. Think of your body like a cell phone. Sleep is the charger. If you don't charge it properly, the battery runs out quickly the next day. When we don't sleep well, our body can't recover properly. Often we can't sleep because we have too much cortisol circulating in our body, especially between midnight and 2 in the morning when it should be low. Remember the stress hormone? To sleep well, we need a hormone called melatonin. It's like the conductor of sleep, telling the body, "Now it's time to rest." Actually, we have two types of melatonin. One that circulates in the blood, and another that stays inside each cell of our body. Cellular melatonin increases when we're exposed to sunlight. Melatonin isn't just for sleep. It also acts as a protective shield against the damage that stress causes to our body. This information can completely change your health. If you're enjoying these tips that few people know about, click the like button now to help me share this knowledge with more people. This makes all the difference. Another reason that might be making you tired is eating too many foods high in sugar and flour. These foods are like a pillow for the brain. They make it fall asleep. That's why you feel like taking a nap after a lunch full of pasta or bread. When you eat less of these foods, your brain becomes more alert. It starts using fuel called ketones, which is like premium fuel for the brain. It works better and lasts longer. If you've had a bad flu or COVID recently, you might be suffering from what we call post-viral fatigue. It's as if your body ran a marathon to fight the virus, and now it's completely out of energy to recover. In these cases, your body has used up all the B-complex vitamins, especially B1 and B3, which are like the small batteries that make your muscles and brain work. Without these vitamins, you feel muscle pain, inflammation, and have trouble thinking clearly. As we get older, our stomach produces less acid. Stomach acid is like a blender that breaks food into small pieces so we can absorb its nutrients. With little acid, we can't absorb vitamin B12 and iron well, which are essential nutrients for having energy. With little stomach acid, it's also harder to digest proteins. It's like trying to cut steak with a spoon instead of a knife. The result? undigested food, bacteria growing where they shouldn't in the intestine, and you feeling tired. Now, we can't forget about the vitamins and minerals, which are like the parts of your energy machine. Potassium, for example, is essential. Inside each cell, there's a pump that works like a power plant. This pump needs potassium to generate electricity for your cells. It's easy to get salt, sodium, from food, but it's harder to get enough potassium. Magnesium also helps produce energy in the cells. Vitamin B1 is like the key that starts your metabolism's engine, while vitamin D3 helps regulate your sleep cycles. Now that we understand why we're tired, let's talk about the solutions. I'll start with sleep because it's the foundation of everything. The first step is to create a relaxation routine before going to sleep. It's like preparing the ground to plant a seed. If the ground isn't prepared, the seed doesn't grow well. If you work or stay on screens until 5 minutes before going to bed, your brain will still be going a mile a minute. When it's time to sleep, say to yourself, "Now it's time to rest. Work problems can wait until tomorrow." Avoid activities that put your body on high alert, such as arguments, heavy exercise, or exciting games. Instead, do things that calm you down, like reading a physical book, not on screens, writing in a journal, meditating, taking a warm bath, or going for a light walk. Light is also very important for good sleep. 2 hours before going to bed, start dimming the lights. Use yellowish lights instead of white or bluish ones. It's like preparing the environment for someone who's about to sleep. You don't turn on all the lights, right? The blue light from screens tricks our brain, making it think it's still daytime. Use apps that reduce this blue light, or even better, stop using screens an hour before bed. The temperature of the room is also essential. Your body needs to cool down to sleep well. It's like when you flip the pillow to the cooler side. Open a window to let the air circulate. Use curtains that block the sun during the day so the room doesn't get too hot. We can't forget about the noise. Unwanted noises are like pokes that keep you from sinking into sleep. If you live in a noisy place, you can use a white noise machine, like the sound of rain or a fan, to mask the disturbing sounds. Besides sleep, your diet is essential for your energy. An important tip: don't eat too late at night. If you're going to sleep at 10 o'clock, don't eat pizza at 9. It's like trying to sleep while someone is renovating your house. Your body needs to work to digest the food instead of resting. It's best to experiment. Try eating 2, 3, or 4 hours before going to sleep to find out what works best for you. You will sleep much better when your body has already finished processing the food. It's also good to cut down on foods that are very high in sugar and flour. They're like fuel that runs out quickly. They give you energy right away, but soon leave you tired again. And don't forget to eat plenty of salad. Vegetables and leafy greens are like rechargeable batteries for your body. They provide potassium and magnesium, which are essential for your energy. Speaking of quick energy, let's talk about coffee. It stays in your body for a long time, taking about 6 hours to eliminate half of the caffeine. That means if you have a cup at 4 in the afternoon and go to bed at 10 at night, it's like having half a cup of coffee before going to sleep. Some people process caffeine quickly, as if they had Super Mario inside their bodies, eliminating it rapidly. Others, like me, take much longer. Alcohol also disrupts sleep. A lot of people think that having a drink before bed helps them relax. But actually, alcohol is like a thief that steals the quality of your sleep. You might even fall asleep faster, but you'll sleep lightly, like you're dozing in a chair instead of lying comfortably in bed. Natural sunlight is another important factor. Early in the morning, getting sunlight in your eyes is like winding up your body's internal clock. It adjusts your natural rhythm and improves your mood. It's like telling your body, "Good morning. Time to wake up and have a productive day." To increase melatonin, remember the conductor of sleep? Expose yourself to the sun regularly. If it's winter or you can't go outside, you can get similar warmth from a fireplace, campfire, candles, or special red light lamps. And we can't forget the importance of moving your body. It's interesting, but the less we move, the less energy we have. It's like a bicycle. If you stop pedaling, it stops moving. Exercise not only improves sleep, but also boosts your energy levels. Research shows that people who exercise regularly sleep longer and better. It's like giving your body a thorough cleaning. You flush out toxins, improve circulation, and get everything ready to work well. Look, I know you want to get rid of this tiredness once and for all. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the perfect time. Click on subscribe and activate the bell to receive more content like this that can transform your health and your energy. Interestingly, exercise and sleep are a perfect match. While exercise improves sleep, sleep also enhances your ability to exercise. It's like a circle of friends who help each other out. Now, as I promised, I'm going to share a special gift. A step-by-step guide for you to implement these changes without feeling overwhelmed. In the first week, focus only on sleep. Choose set times to go to bed and wake up, and stick to them every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing routine for 1 hour before bedtime. It could be reading a book, having some tea, or simply turning off your screens. In the second week, adjust your diet. Try to have dinner earlier, at least 3 hours before going to bed. Add more salad to your plate to get more potassium and magnesium. During the third week, pay attention to stimulants. Avoid coffee after noon and cut down on alcohol, especially before bedtime. In the fourth week, add more movement to your life. Start with daily walks of 10 to 15 minutes and increase as you feel comfortable. Finally, in the fifth week, try to get some sunlight early in the morning and reduce blue light at night. It's like syncing your internal clock with the natural rhythm of day and night. Remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Small changes, made one at a time and maintained consistently, bring great results. It's like building a house. You lay one brick at a time, not all at once. To conclude, I know that nowadays it's common for people to brag about sleeping very little. Many talk about staying up all night as if it were a trophy, as if sleeping meant wasting time or missing opportunities. But I'm here to say that sleeping 8 hours a night makes you a hero, for yourself, for your family, and for your friends. When you sleep well, you have more patience, more creativity, and more energy for the people you love. Have a good night's sleep. I guarantee you'll feel better and have a better life. I believe in you, and I know you can regain your energy and vitality. Start today. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these causes of tiredness do you think affects your life the most right now? Is it stress, your diet, poor sleep, or maybe a lack of exercise? Share in the comments which change you will implement first in your routine. Your experience can help other people who are going through the same problem. If this content was helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more tips like this. See you in the next video.